So I'm just checking in. Haven't done a video in a little while. Wanted to do a little bit of a catch up and to get on board with my own accountability again. So it's 25th of July and it's been a year since I herniated the L4, L5 discs in my back, where I spent 3 months on my back. And I did a few sessions of physiotherapy in order to, my goal was to find my core. I just didn't really quite understand what that meant and really wanted to wrap my head around what that meant, because I knew in my kayaking work that, if you don't access your core, then you're actually not paddling properly. So I really wanted to understand what that meant, and so the physiotherapist was wonderful at doing that. However, there was another issue, completely unrelated to my back, but part of what the physiotherapist was trying to do with a particular stretch using resistance bands. So ended up actually doing a little bit of damage to my knee, and after 3 different sessions in a row, me asking to not repeat that treatment and him repeating the treatment, I stopped the therapy. So I've since been whatever you call it, my doctor's given me another requisition for physio, so I'm gonna start again at a different clinic, and hopefully that's good. Hopefully that'll help me get stronger, because that's my goal, is to get stronger and get more mobile. So since I hurt my back, it's been a year, it's been over a year. It was actually Canada Day last year. I've not been really very mobile, and I wasn't really very active before that, since probably, I don't know, maybe 2010, 2011, when the partnership we were working into purchasing some property to co-own a campground, that whole deal went sideways, and that's sort of when everything shut down for me. It's almost like the trauma of that, because it was quite traumatic. It was a life direction, and we had made an investment and thankfully got that back, thank the Lord. But we were, it was just, in terms of my path, it was quite traumatic, because I had plans, and those plans were sort of flipped completely sideways, and it didn't happen. So fast forward 8 years, I haven't really been doing a lot of activities. So this year, and I'm I am inspired by Tina Christopher, who I've just been watching a couple of her day 1, day 2 videos of this lifestyle switch for her, and she's inspired me to take it on again and get some accountability partners going here with you. Anybody who wants to follow me on the journey or get on it themselves, I'm certainly, the more the merrier, and that's the way, these journeys seem to go so much easier when we're in company of people who can understand and help support, and just help be our witnesses to what's happening in our own lives. So anyway, that's a little bit about me, and I'm going to try and do these posts a few times a week and just keep caught up. And I'm getting on my treadmill again at least once a day, and I want to try and get out in nature once a day, and then do some other kind of activity if I can. I'm thinking about joining the Aquafit, which is just down the street from me, yeah, just all kinds of things. Also thinking about, you know, going to the lake and not being in the city to do aquafit. So it's summer, and so, you know, things are kind of flexible, and I like that, and I want that to be that way. So it's important, I think, for flexibility, and especially when we're on, you know, this journey of discovery and just unpacking our own stuff and getting clear about what's going on for us, as well as helping, you know, what's going on in the world. Not always easy to do, because sometimes we can either do one or the other. But I'm finding more and more that life is requiring me to do a balance of all of it. And so, you know, that's my journey. So it may not be the same for everyone. It may not be the same for you. You may be at this sitting still stage, and that's perfectly okay. You may be way ahead. You may be completely ahead, and that's okay too. You know, we need to be here to support each other no matter where we are on the journey, and we're not all on the same path at the same time with equal in equal ways. So yeah, that's about all I'm going to say about that. But I do want to touch on one other thing before I go, and it's this idea of showing up. So, you know, what does it mean to show up in life? And so I just want to give an example of something that happened where I could literally beat myself up for not showing up. But if I look at it deeper, I really did show up. So, you know, the situation is such that the owners of the salt warehouse were going away. They were generous in or organizing a deal with me where I could use their space and do whatever I wanted there. They gave me basically, you know, 20 days. I could only take advantage of 14 of them because I had a course coming up, the shamanic, advanced shamanic healing course. And what happened was I prepared basically 14 days of programming that I felt I could really handle. Very easy, graceful, beautiful programs that are, you know, meditation circles and art workshops and things like that. Healing drum circles, things that I felt, you know, the community could also be part of, if, you know, so it wasn't just me facilitating or giving the wisdom or whatever. So anyway, I got back from my shamanic training course completely exhausted. I had no energy, and yeah, I could have pushed that media. I could have shown up for one or two people, because, you know, being so determined to make it work, I could have done all that, but I didn't. I decided, no, it didn't feel like, you know, I put a message out there, and I sort of thought, okay, if I get back from my course and there's a few people signed up, or at least some interest or whatever, I'll run with it. But there wasn't. And so instead of feeling badly or going into the doubt and the regret and the, oh, I'm not good enough, and, you know, people don't love me or whatever, like I just refused to go there. And what a gift that was, because I was able to spend the time showing up for myself. And, you know, what does that mean? It means getting myself organized. It means writing when I feel like it. It means making special phone calls to people I care and love about. you know, it means sitting and doing nothing with my family, you know, watching movies. It means going out and spontaneously just doing whatever seems to delight us in the moment. So I chose to show up for myself in a way that I didn't plan, but it turned out to be so much richer of a gift than showing up for myself at the warehouse, running programs. I hope you understand, you know, it's not about the money for me, even though I need to make money. It's not about the money for me, it's about the work. So, you know, here's where this takes me. My teachable moment is I really can't plan around other people, and as generous as the opportunity was, I couldn't take advantage of it. It's not my space. It just didn't feel right. You know, for whatever reasons I was exhausted, you know, for whatever reasons I trust. I need my own space. That's what it boils down to. And so, you know, part of this video is also hoping to generate some conversation, some interest, and some dialogue around, you know, what are people in my community, people who know me, what do you want to do? Like, you know, if I get a space, if I open shop, are you there? Do you want to get on board? Are you into the healing realm yet? Like, where are you at? I would just love to open the conversation and have this dialogue. So anyway, thanks for listening. If you're still hanging in here, appreciate you and everything about the journey. So see you next time.